Good afternoon or good evening, everyone. Today is Saturday, the 25th of April. As usual, we are all gathering this time to do this evening chanting to show our respect and veneration to the Buddha for his kindness and compassion towards all sentient beings. And we are very fortunate and have got this opportunity to learn and practice the Dhamma despite being born after 2,500 years later of Buddha's parinirvana. So today we are coming to the end of the third day. Time flies pretty quick. So coming to the end of the third day, only 2 days left. Only 2 days to work. 3 days are gone. And I hope that you've been enjoying. And looking at your progress, we feel very happy. And looking at your determination and dedication to practice, that even make more energized. And we are very lucky that we have so many monks facilitating you all. From early morning, 5 o'clock till 9 o'clock in the evening. It seems like I've been talking too much and microphone is complaining. Yeah. Maybe I got to be mindful, more mindful. So I'm very glad that we have these supports and we have this a wonderful place to practice the Dhamma. We don't have to worry about food. You don't have to worry about the accommodation. You don't have to worry about the electricity. You don't have to worry about who's going to buy food for me tonight or tomorrow. Nothing. Everything is like a magic. After finish morning chanting, we go for a little walk and then appear in the dining hall. Oh, delicious varieties of a food prepared, right? And then we don't need to worry. We just get what we want and finish eating. And then again, we don't have to wash up. We just depart from there and then off to 1 hour rest. I believe that you don't go back to bed, right? And then after that, again, we come back for the meditation about 2 hours. And then we go for a little walk and then go to the cottage. Magic. All food is ready there. Deliciously prepared. Magically, right? A delicious food. Healthy food too. And there are varieties to choose. If you want to have a vegetarian, there is a vegetarian food. If you want to have a non-veg is there too. So temple is very generous. And you can see all the buildings, heating is always on. Heating is always on. Despite of this good weather, if you're in Aberdeen, you will get only twice the time of heating and far colder than here. I never wear like this. I have to wear layers of sweaters to keep keep myself warm. And Gavin always complained, Ajahn, it's cold. So temple is very generous. to provide such a wonderful opportunity for us. So do not waste our time. Only 2 days left. And you never know you will have this opportunity again or not. Although the elder Ajahn now, he has a he, he has a plan to organize these retreats at least 3 times a year. At least 3 times a year. But this time is the perfect timing, I will say, not winter. Winter will be a bit bitter, right? So that's why don't waste your time. Right? Put full energy and practice meditation to get the best out of it. Do not wait until, okay, this time is the tester, I will come back in the summer. You never know our life. Yeah? We never know how long do we have. And especially, I am not sure I will be here. So try your best to get out of it as much as possible. And during this time, all the instructions are just like repeating the tools. Right? Repeating the tools so that you know these are the tools and how to use them. That's why when we are sitting meditation, I'm giving you these, okay, after this happens, after this happens, and this is how we deal. Same with the walking meditation. After we have learned one level for some time, so got familiar with the one level, and then move on to the next level. These are just the methods, techniques that we are learning. Once we have learned it, once we have familiarized with it, then rest is your task. That's why, if you remember, I've said that at the beginning, this journey is DIY. Do it yourself. And in the morning, I also mentioned that now your mindset has been settled down in the monastic life here, and there's a possibility of lapse and laziness and other pleasures creeps in and do not want to practice. So in those cases, just push a little bit up and then continue practicing and try to follow the instructions so that you become a more skilled in it, more familiarized with that. And with that, I believe that today is the third day. So whatever we have been practicing, you may have seen the benefit of it. And with that seeing the benefit, I believe you have developed the confidence in the practice. And this confidence is something not because somebody has told you, not because I am telling you, but because you have tested and you have seen the outcome. So this confidence is that after I've been practicing this much of a time, paying attention to the rising and falling of abdomen, and then when other objects arises, knowing those objects and then dealing with that, right? And then coming back. So gradually you see that the mind is not drifting away. Every time when mind drifts away, you're bringing it back again. And during this time, your confidence in the practice will grow. You may have seen the changes the way you've been practicing. And with that confidence, what happens that the wisdom also arises. Right? Slowly wisdom will creep in, and then the wisdom cultivates there. Now this, the whole day, I encouraged you to look at the sensations, emotions, feelings, and the moods. The reason is that we live by our feelings or emotions. We are always driven by that. And we always create things based on what we see, what we hear, what we come to contact with, even to think. And then we engage with that. With that engagement, we make ourselves as something, or the day is something. The mindfulness meditation, basically, when we become mindful of these, then we able to define that which one should I keep, which one should I leave. And every time when there is a negativities, learn to use these 4 words. If you notice, I've been giving you words every time. So today I'm going to give you a word, rude. Yeah, RUDE, rude. The word rude sounds not so nice, and it's not nice. In a practical and daily life, don't be rude. But in a practice, be rude. Learn to be rude. Right? Learn to be rude here, that whenever we recognize the negativities that's creeping in, and which is we are engaging, and that becomes an emotion, or it lingers and it become a feeling that makes our thought process changes or our behavior changes. The very moment when we recognize that, be rude to it. Yeah? Don't be nice to it. It's okay. I can deal with that. It'll be fine. No. Okay? Be rude to it. That means no. Learn to say no. I have a few members after practicing for some times, and they thought that they are very strong enough. And then somehow they went back to the old habits and thinking that, oh, I am strong enough. My mindfulness is very good, so I am going to help my friend. Now my friend is drinking all the time, every night. And then what happened? After 2 months or 3 months later, he drunk himself. Rather than helping his friend to come out from the drinking, he himself indulged, and he forgot to meditate. So whenever these negativities creeps in, so realize that this is coming. So realizing that these are coming. Stop there. Once we have stopped there, rather than this mind to be scattered around, unite. And here unite means bring this mind back to the body sensation, the rising, falling. Not swayed by this all the emotions and the feelings. Not going into the stories or commenting on the things that we come across. Just come back to this body, because this body is always in the present moment, here and now. And it's very neutral. So unite with this body. The moment when we unite our mind to this body, that very moment, we disconnect from the world. Disconnect from whatever is causing a trouble. Disconnect from things that making us miserable and suffering. So that's for the D. Disconnect from those distractions. And after we have disconnected from those distractions, what we're doing is enjoy. Enjoy the moment, here and now. What a beautiful moment, what a beautiful weather that we are enjoying. This is a beautiful place to be, beautiful environment, just enjoying that. Now, if we can learn this art of being rude to all these negative phenomena that comes, and that negative phenomena often, if we are not mindful, then that transforms it into emotions and the feelings and the moods that shape our day-to-day life. What happens that we choose to be happy or unhappy now. We choose to react or just to respond. So once we can do that, then the mindfulness really is working, and the practice is really helping to be happy. So that's why, another couple of hours left today, I would encourage you to be mindful of all the sensation that comes, whether the pleasant sensation or unpleasant sensations, knowing them as they truly are, and not engaging with them, not reacting to them, so that it won't transform into the devil, the emotion, yeah? And then a feeling that continues to shape our moods, so on. Important thing that we have to remember that these are impermanent. That's why I said emotions or motion, always moving. And then when we understand in such a way and building up the mindset, try to learn to be root to these things, then we can find the real happiness, right? And deal with these miseries and the troubles. I offer this as a reflection for tonight, and let's do this second part of the chanting, page number 205 on the big book. ภาษาไทยไม่